Welcome to the Airgun Show. In this week's episode I'm taking a look at some great offerings from the Airgun Target Company. First up though, we're joining Rich Saunders out on his reins.
Well, it's probably on the video like I shot those squirrels in about 5 minutes. In reality, I've been here for hours and hours, and it's been really slow. I've seen more muntjac and deer and jays and things than I have squirrels. I'm not that upset, to be honest, because I've been hitting this area pretty hard for the last 6 or 8 months or so, and the number of squirrels that I've been shooting has been going down, and the level of peanuts has been staying up. So hopefully that means I've had a real impact on the population here. But obviously it's not so great from a video perspective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and pick up those 3 squirrels, and then I'm going to head over to another feeder, a new feeder, right on the other side of the valley, and see if I have some more luck over there. So I've moved over to some other woods, to a brand new feeder, and it's only been up about a month or so, and the gamekeeper here very kindly put the hide up for me. He's even put a chair in here and a table. So I've foregone the trigger sticks just to rest on my beanbag. Before we get started, very quickly, a quick word about the gear. So the rifle is my Walther RM8 UC. I really like this rifle. It's a real workhorse, very solid, very dependable as well. It's a 12 foot-pound 2.2 rifle and a bolt action 2, and it uses an 8-shot magazine. And I should have said before, I'm using these JTS dead center pellets, which really go well through it. Now on top I've got an MTC scope, and that's held on with a set of sports match mounts as well. So all I need now is for a few squirrels to show up. So the gamekeepers asked me to get onto this section of the woods because they're planning to plant a whole load of new trees and start coppicing it. And squirrels will just go through the saplings like a dose of salts. There's one. Well, I thought it was going to be busy here based on the level of the peanuts going down so quickly, but I've only been here literally 5 minutes, and that first one came down. He faffed around on the floor for a while looking for peanuts, and he sat for ages facing away from me. Then he just turned around slightly and gave me a shot through a couple of twigs into the back sort of quarter of his head. And then, just as I was congratulating myself, I saw another one peeking around around the side of the trunk, and was trying to get on him. And then another squirrel, a third one, came down the trunk and presented a much easier shot. So yeah, it looks like there's plenty here. Well, it's been really cold first thing, but I'm just going to shed a layer because there's more sun around this side. So I think, and here comes a squirrel, obviously. Well, I'm not quite sure what happened there, whether that was a puff of wind or he moved, or more likely I just fluffed the shot a little bit. You can always tell when a squirrel isn't dead outright by the way they react when they come off the feeder, and that one leapt in the air a little bit, and I could see that although I'd hit him pretty hard, he wasn't down, but thanks to the bolt action rifle I was able to cycle a second shot and finish him off. Well, that one was really jittery. He took ages to settle. Generally speaking, I don't find squirrels are worried about dead squirrels on the floor, but fresh blood does upset them sometimes, and I expect there's quite a bit of blood on the floor, and there's also a smear on the lid of the feeder as well from another one I shot a few minutes ago. So I'm just going to go out and have a bit of a tidy up, pick up those squirrels and wipe that blood off. Well, I had to wait quite a long time for the last squirrel that I shot, and that one just came up to the feeder quite confidently, took one look and just legged it. So I think I probably pushed my luck too far now. So I think I'm going to call it a day. Going to go and pick up those squirrels now and top up the feeder, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year.
Another really solid session for Rich there. Next up, I'm taking a look at some kit from the Airgun Target Company. We often get asked about the gear that we use on the show, and particularly the targets that I've been using in recent reviews. Now, these targets are from the aptly named Airgun Target Company. It's a British business making high quality targets in the UK, and I've been really impressed with them. So these targets are made from mild steel and they arrive bare, unpainted. Now, apart from keeping prices down, that also means that you get to choose exactly the colour scheme that you want. Now, spraying them up is a pretty simple job, and in all honesty, any shooter who uses metal targets is going to want to have a few spray cans to hand to keep them in tip-top condition. Targets from the Airgun Target Company come in a choice of 3mm steel for sub-12 airguns and 6mm for FAC. Now, they're all really tough, and the FAC ones are virtually indestructible. I've used them with airguns producing over 80 foot-pounds, and they've stood up to the pummeling with absolutely no problems. One item that you are very likely to have seen in my reviews is the pellet trap, and you'll notice that I've been too lazy to paint mine. Now, apart from holding targets, it acts as a really secure backstop, catching lead airgun pellets ready for safe disposal. I've been using the FAC pellet trap for about a year now. Now, it has caught thousands and thousands of pellets, and it is still in pretty much the same condition as when it arrived. Now, this trap costs around £40, and it comes supplied with magnets for the secure attachment of 14 and 17 centimetre targets, and it even comes supplied with 10 Airgun Target Company target cards. You may also have seen me using what the Airgun Target Company refers to as the target holder with reactive zones. Now, this isn't a pellet catcher, so you do have to have a decent backstop behind it. So this one costs about £30, and also, like the pellet stopper, comes supplied with 10 target cards. It also features the same simple and very effective magnetic target attachment system. Plus, once you've zeroed up on paper, you can then make things a bit more interesting by pushing the target further back and then letting rip on the 50, 25 and 10mm reactive zones. The Airgun Target Company makes dozens of different target designs, from sharks and dragons to bears and cowboys, as well as the usual quarry silhouettes. Now, I've got the bunny design, which has a 25mm kill zone. Now, it is super strong and costs about £15, which I think is brilliant value because it should last for years. You can even call on the team's CAD and metal fabrication skills to commission them to make bespoke targets from your own designs. Or if you want something that really stands out from the crowd, they already make a massive bison with 20 and 50mm kill zones. Expect to see that one in my reviews pretty soon. The team are always thinking up new and even more testing target designs of their own, and the latest one that I've been trying out is the Know Your Limits target. Again, it's been built to last for years. This target costs about £40 and it incorporates no less than 7 kill zones. The kill zones feature a really clever magnetic system which holds the targets up after you shoot them and then releases them the next time you hit them, so you never have to get up to reset it. Now, the kill zones range from 25mm right down to just 3mm, which should really test your skills. The Airgun Target Company aims to deliver excellent value for money, and the prices stated on their website include UK shipping. Now, the featured targets arrived flat, and you just need to slot the various sections together. Assembly is very, very simple. Even I managed to do it without any help. So, this is just a few of the targets available from the Airgun Target Company. As I've said, I've been using most of these for about a year now, and apart from being great fun to shoot, they are also extremely well made. So the targets featured here are just a very small sample of what is available from this brilliant British company. Do take a look at their website to see the full range and up-to-date prices.
Book a ticket to the Great British Shooting Show today. Enjoy free car parking and a free show guide, and the largest selection of shooting retailers under one roof. It's the biggest, the best, the British.
I'm afraid that's all we've got time for in this week's episode, but as ever, I'll be back with much more in 2 weeks' time. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, do check out our subscription offers for Airgun World magazine, and also it's the Airgun World Buyer's Guide 2024, which is absolutely rammed with air guns and pistols. Now, you should be able to find a link to find both the magazine and the Buyer's Guide in the show description. Also, do check out the Airgun World podcast, which goes out fortnightly on this channel. So, as I said, I'll be back with more in 2 weeks' time. In the meantime, enjoy your shooting and stay safe.